I think curiosity is what makes me listen to lots of podcasts at nighttime or watch educational YouTube channels. I think that gives me my energy of life. And I think there isn't enough curiosity in most people's minds. They're too busy, especially in Hong Kong. A lot of youth is very busy with exams and with tests, and they associate negative emotions with learning and with studying. And I think we need to reverse that. If you make people curious and they want to learn, they will enjoy learning. And I think everything will be better.
Actually, curiosity was what got Till and I got to meet each other because of that. He was one of our first male allies to be a speaker at Hong Kong Momtrepreneur very first few events. So I would think that it was definitely curiosity because he was not a parent, he was not the mother. So it was definitely curiosity that.
And I was
connected.
curious why you would invite me. So yeah.
I honestly don't remember.
Oh, wow. I thought Lena asked me saying that, well, Till is the right guy to invite. So I think I should absolutely right. Well, I mean, our podcast talk about leadership, obviously, and you actually cover quite a few areas of leadership skills. From your perspective, I mean, what is a good leader? I mean, what kind of key skills besides curiosity? You know, I mean, what kind of messages you would like to give to the audience?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I wish I had an answer to this. I think that's the golden question. Once you find out, please let me know too. Honestly, I don't know. I personally do not consider myself to be a good leader. It depends how you define it, right? I'm not a big fan of this, like, oh, leader is whatever you want it to be, and you can define it any way you want, and then it becomes meaningless to talk about it. So I think the problem is the term is very vague. But if you just ask me my gut instinct, what my gut would tell what a good leader is, I would say definitely authenticity and definitely role modeling. But I also think there's a certain amount of skill, maybe charisma, that helps with that. I think it's not the only thing. I met people who are very charismatic, very good at attracting people, but once they work with them, soon they will lose their charisma. And people realize, no, this person is good at selling something to me. This person is good at selling me a dream. But once I work with this person, no, actually, I don't believe this person anymore. So I met plenty of people like that as well. So it's just one component. But I think you also need to be authentic. You also need to continue to make people realize that you actually believe what you're saying, and you're not just saying something in order to get something out of it. So I would say authenticity, maybe that's the most important one. And I believe I'm authentic. I think that's how I managed to survive until now. I managed to get the people on board that I have, but I think I lack a lot of the charisma and maybe the people skills that a good leader should have. I don't think I'm very, for example, inspiring or decisive in meetings or in networking. So I can maybe inspire on stage for a larger audience, and that's also a skill set that I have acquired. But in a small group, that's I think I still would love to be better. Maybe have more emotional intelligence when I engage with individuals in a smaller group.
Yes, I think for me, I mean, a good leader also be willing to accept all his mistakes, you know, and willing to be true to himself. I mean, it's not necessarily just being seen to be have a high title and being seen to be respected. Yeah, I think I should agree with you.
So you also mentioned role model, right? So do you have a role model or mentor that you really look up to that inspire you over the years?
I wish I could give you one. Not really. Maybe I'm just not very coachable.
We're inviting a guest who has no answer to all our questions.
I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm just being authentic. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I had maybe mini mentors over the years who at some crucial points gave me this idea. For example, in secondary school, there was this one guy who says, hey, you can actually apply to Oxford, and there's nothing that is... That won't hurt you. Just the worst you can have is rejection. You have maybe a nice trip there for interviews, and if I didn't meet this person, I never would have gone there. So it's really some key individuals you meet, but it's not like they mentored me over a long period of time.